Hello, hello. It's Tanya with Tonya Made Life, back with the week 9 update on my Zepbound weight loss journey. And as you can see, so last week I was at 324 pounds, and I had not had a great week. I think I'd only lost like point something of a pound, just one pound. And so this was supposed to be my week of getting back on track with my eating and all of that. Well, I want to say it's a mixed week. The first thing, I was late taking my shot. I think I normally take it on Saturdays, and I think it was Monday before I took that shot, the Zepbound shot. So there was a delay, and I know, like a lot of medicines, you have to take it on a schedule to make sure that you keep the right level of the medication in your system to do what it needs to do. So that's the first thing I noticed. I also know at least one day, maybe two, I forgot to take the metformin. And a lot of it is because, yeah, me and breakfast, we just don't be getting along like that some days. And so metformin, it says to take with food. So yeah, I mean, if I don't eat breakfast, and I was like, okay, I'll take it later on at work when I eat, and who knows when that is. So yeah, that's kind of some of that lifestyle stuff that I'm working on. So there's that. I noticed that I was hungrier this week. I was hungrier, but I also noticed that what I wanted to eat, the stuff that I've been eating, the fruit and the vegetables, I just wanted some grease this week. I wanted some sweets this week, kind of some things that I have been eating. And I noticed that that's what I wanted this week. Even if I had better options, I was like, I don't want that though, which I have not had that. So yeah. And this week it's really shown me that it's very important that we change that lifestyle stuff. Those kind of lifestyle issues, okay, I feel like eating this, I don't want to eat that. Yeah, if that has to be changed, because I see now, if you don't change those things and you stop taking, the medication, yeah, you gonna gain weight again. So yeah, that's something that I'm going to work on. Actually, it's Sunday and I just took the shot today, so I was a day late. Forgot to take it yesterday, but not as bad. So I'm going to kind of be tracking, kind of, I hate to say cravings, but just, the stuff I want, where I was completely satisfied before. And now I'm like, oh, yeah. And I know if the thumbnail for this has a huge piece of chocolate cake, because I remember I left work one day and I was like, I just want something sweet. And it was probably on a day where, yeah, because I think I took my, my meals, and I had, what did I fix this week? I'm trying to think what I fixed. I think I had grilled chicken, mashed sweet potatoes, and spinach. And so I eaten a good lunch, but I wasn't satisfied. I wanted a piece of something sweet. And I remembered that this restaurant here in my city I'm not even a chocolate person, but they have an excellent chocolate cake and I got the ice cream. So, I did have that. So the thing I noticed, like I forgot, I didn't get on the scale yesterday, which that brings me to the other thing I'm noticing. So I'm noticing, I can't really say I'm tired. I don't really feel tired, but I am I know for the past 2 weekends, my Saturdays honestly have been spent lounging, seriously. And I haven't done that all of 2025. Up until last Saturday I did, and I did it again this Saturday. With all I have to do, I was like, no, I'm just not going to do it. Now, one thing that it is good for, catching back up on my sleep, because when I'm working on my little entrepreneurial creative business endeavors, I tend to stay up late a lot, and that is not good for weight loss. So I don't know if I'm just catching up on the sleep. Like I said, I can't say that I'm tired, although my cousin looked it up, and one thing she noted, that one of the things, I can't remember if it was the Zepbound or it was the metformin, that kind of tiredness is like a known side effect of it. So I don't know. I don't know if I've just, because this is probably what, week 3 on metformin, and I've now got enough of it in my system that is having that side effect, but I'm going to fight against that. So those are some things that I have noticed that I have not had up until now. So there's that. Yeah, but even with all of that, I think I did do a little bit of walking this week. I walked the loop. I know on Monday at work, I walked the loop. And so at my job, we have like a campus. And so the buildings are all connected, with some of them have like little sky bridges. And so it's like a little over a mile if you walk the whole loop. And I know I walked the whole loop Monday. And like I said, I may get maybe 2,000 steps on an average day. I work on computers all day. So without any major effort, I'm not going to get a lot of steps. But I know I had 6,000 on Monday. And I looked another day because I think I was running errands and I had maybe 3,000 or so. So I'm starting to kind of, up the exercise. Didn't get to the gym this week. So that's that update. Yeah, like yesterday, didn't eat anything at all yesterday because I was lounging. And I did not, I knew I didn't take any medicine yesterday. Did not take the metformin yesterday. And I finally ate probably around 4 o'clock, and I had fish, spinach, and a salad. So, it was a good, healthy, better food choice. Yeah, I'm still struggling with the water. I do good sometimes, and other times I'm like, just don't have a taste for it. So got to work on that. But even with all of that, I got on the scale this morning and I was shooketh because, like I said, last time I was like last week I was at 324 point something, and I'm at 321.2. So I chalked that up knowing what I ate this week. I chalked that up to, that I definitely think that's the combination of the Zepbound and metformin. So I can't say I ate a lot, did not overeat. I just did not overeat at all. Like sometimes I only ate once a day, but I did know, I had some things that probably weren't the best. Like I had a hamburger and fries this week. So I knew I had some red food. So there's that. What else do I remember? I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah. And I've been saying I was going to do it. I finally remembered to put kind of my GLP-1 weight loss journey food list that has kind of a list of food options in across all categories that you can take kind of as your baseline. You're not going to eat everything on there, but if you kind of need something to say, okay, what are some better food options to do to start with? And then you pick the things from that that you would want to eat. So I'm going to put the link to that. I uploaded it to the blog probably about 20 minutes ago. So I'm going to put the link to that in the description box of this video. So feel free to pull that down if it'll help you. Thank you to everyone. I just thought about it. Thank you to everyone who let me know last week. The audio, I don't know what was going on with it. The audio was not in the video. I don't know. It was weird because I was thinking either two things. Either I accidentally turned this mic off, but when I looked at it on my phone, the audio was there. When I looked at it in iCloud, it was there, but by the time I downloaded, it wasn't there. So I had to do a re-record, and I uploaded that, I think, Wednesday or Thursday. So thank you to everyone who let me know that. Help your girl out. So let me think. I'm trying to think what else do I remember this week. That's pretty, let me look at my notes. Because y'all have to take notes. Let me see. Keep a log. Late taking the shot, missed the metformin, felt hungrier, craved those stuff. Yep, still on the 5 milligram dose. This is like week 3 on metformin. Let me see. Yeah, got a few steps and still lost. Yep, that's everything I had on this week's update. So thank you very much for keeping up with me. Yeah. Thank you very much. I'll be so excited, y'all, when all this is just gone. The last weight I gained in my face. And that I'll be just, look, girl. When I get rid, ooh, girl, Ooh, I'll be so excited to, I'm seeing it. Uh, I'm probably going to take my measurements toward the end of this month to compare with the ones I took back. Like I said, I'm trying to take the measurements once a month. And, y'all want to see me film that, then I will. I'll film that process, and I'm going to kind of keep a journal of what those measurements are. Because, like everything, I feel like we lose inches before we really see weight. And with me losing weight, and I do feel like my waist is smaller. It's always been, let me see. Okay, let me see if I can stand up without, because I still, see, this muffin top is still there, but the way my shape is set up, so I have, my waist is like in there. So it's quite smaller than the muffin top, makes it look a lot bigger. So I got to figure out what to do about this. And I know I see everybody wearing them sweatbands and all that kind of stuff. And I have one or two of them, but I don't like being uncomfortable. So, half of the camps are, that's not going to work. You're going to have to lose weight all over to get that muffin top to see, weight loss there. You just got to lose it all over. Then other people are like, you can kind of contour by wearing the little bands and all those type of things. So because my goal is to be like one of them Nigerian Ghanaian girls who, they may be a size 26, but stomachs are flat. You hear me? Maybe a size 30, stomach is flat. And I'm like, okay, why we all muffin top, our dough runneth over here in the States so much, and you just don't see that. You don't see that, apple shape too much in Africa. I mean, looking at like videos of Nigerian weddings. Hey, everybody over there is not small, but the stomachs don't be stomaching. And I'm like, how they do that? What are they? And, and they eat, of course, they eat different things. But I'm like, do they just like grow up sleeping in waist trainers and all that kind of stuff to get that? So I don't know. If y'all know how they do that, please let me know. Long as, I don't want to be like putting on something that's super uncomfortable. Like I tell the story about one of my first cousins, and she's always been the heaviest one of us. And when I remember, I don't know, we all went to the group going to the same church, and we were sitting up in church, and I think that was the first time she wore a girdle. And she had the girl on, she was probably about 13 by this time. She had the girl on, and all of a sudden we looked down the row on the pew, and that sister was crying, like tears in her eyes, about to pass out because of that girdle. Was just, no, I can't do that. But if there's, now like to wear like some, sleep in it and all that, but maybe it's a thing where you just wear it working out. I don't know. I got to figure that out. So there's that. But anywho, I thank God. Thankful that this is what, week 3, y'all. I'd have made 3 consistent weeks of doing updates on the YouTube. Quite excited. That is a major improvement for me. So that's why I said this time I'm not even going to tell you. I'm just going to try to do it first. So I thank God for that. And if you have any comments, any tips, any information, feel free to share. If there's some questions you have that I could answer, hey, I'd be glad to share them. I also want to invite you to check out the other series I'm doing. At the same time, of course, losing weight is nobody's life. You doing more than other things are happening. So I'm also doing a series called Making Home, where I moved in probably about 2 years ago now. I honestly, probably back in November, just unpacked the last of the boxes because I kind of moved in and, so much going on. This was during COVID. So moved in and I just kind of got basic stuff done and I just kind of stopped. So I've been back kind of working on that. So I'm going to be posting those videos. The kitchen renovation will be the first major series that'll be coming up after the new home testimony 3 videos, which I think I have one more that'll probably go get uploaded this week. And then we'll start into the actual fun part, the renovation part. So yeah, thank you for joining me. Yeah. And until next time, this is Tonya signing off. Bye-bye.